All praises to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. And as you can see, we have this very familiar looking woman. If you don't know, she is a white nationalist. I'm not going to say her name. If you know her name, so be it. Even though I'll more so say she's an Edomite nationalist, right? But she doesn't know she's an Edomite, right? Because you gotta understand the term white is a made up term. No one is actually white, right? She's a pale face, she lacks melanin, and she's an Edomite, right? Now we're gonna get into this video.
As of the census in 2020, the white population is 57%. 57% of the U.S. population is white. The biggest issue facing white people and facing our country today is not inflation, it's not the economy, it's not that fascists are running the White House, because that couldn't be further from the truth. If that actually was true, we would be in a much better situation than we are now. The biggest threat to United States citizens, heritage Americans, is white replacement. So if you want to take...
Oh boy, these are the dumb whites, and also dishonest. It's worth noting that the white population will continue to decline, and it's not because of the coloreds, it's because you're not replacing yourselves. Your birth rate is not at replacement level or growth level. That's largely because you guys are LGBTQ, or you guys are feminist or careerist. And ironically, the woman speaking on this video is a careerist with no children. So you actually are the problem.
Now I'm gonna correct what you said right here. The woman speaking is indeed a careerist. But I believe, according to she lives in a big house and actually does have a child, right? But of course, only having one child does not replace you, right? Or maybe to actually start replacing and replenishing the Edomite population, you would need to have more than one kid. All right, let's play.
And most of the leading white supremacists, like Nerd Fuentes, he's a homosexual with no children. And so we find a consistent story. These low IQ whites are not the Mayflower whites.
Right, and Nick Fuentes. Actually, let's keep playing.
Not the Benjamin Franklin of whites. They're the Ellis Island whites. They're the dumb whites. They're the recent arrivals claiming to be heritage Americans. Completely Looney Tunes. And what's more curious is that they don't take any level of accountability. They blame others. They blame the colored people. They don't blame the fact that they abort their children, or that they have high rates of homosexuality, or that they have feminism, which has driven their women to behave like males, and then it's too late to have kids, or they don't want to have kids. It's always someone else. They blame immigrants, but you're in a white majority country, which means you let the immigrants in. You're the majority of the police force. You're the majority of the political establishment, of the legislators, of the judges, of the wealthy. You did all of this. It's your fault. So if it would be fixed, you actually don't have to go out and be hateful and commit murder, which is kind of like in your toolkit, your go-to. You could instead have more children, stop engaging in sexual deviance, and that'd be a good start. And close the border, because you're the one that opened it up.
As of the census...
Right, and as you see, Lily, this demonite woman, Edomite woman, said that... Let me
of the U.S. population...
She said that the problem facing her replacement level wasn't capitalism or all this other stuff, but the thing is, or she's saying it's not the leaders or the fascists, but the thing is that is a problem, right? Because these Edomite leaders in charge are making it hard for the common Edomite to have children, right? These Edomite people in charge are the reason why so many people are being laid off, right? These Edomite people are the reason why they're not replacing themselves.
Is white.
Let's go to scripture. Obadiah chapter 1 verse 2. See, I will make you... Let's go KJV. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised. Right. And Esau right now, especially with what Trump is doing, is with him bombing Iran and doing everything that Israel does, he's causing the whole world to really despise him. And not just him, but to despise the Edomites in general. Because the ones committing all the violence in the earth are the Edomites. And we can see that nations are starting to want to take no place in what Esau Edom is doing. Right? They don't want no place with America and Israel. And eventually you're going to start seeing these nations isolate themselves from America. Because Esau is the one causing a lot of this to happen. Right? Esau is the one causing his own hate. Right? Now let's get another scripture. Daniel chapter 2, verse 21. And he changeth times and seasons, removeth kings and setteth up kings. He giveth wisdom unto the wise and knowledge to them that know understanding. Right? So Yahweh is getting ready to basically have this kingdom be destroyed by his son Yahweh Shai, so that the kingdom may be given to the elect of Yasharallah, also known as the real Israel, or the real Israelites. So, when a kingdom is failing, what will happen is the ruler will try more desperately, will try more major measures to keep his kingdom, right? For instance, you see the common Edomite gravitate towards these ideologies like Nazism, right? Or they're trying to go back to their roots and all that stuff, but it's no use. And really, for these Edomites going back to their roots is the basis of men, right? Their roots is what they were before they were called white, right? So let's get out 2nd Ezra chapter 6, verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth, right? And we're very clearly living in the end of the world right now. Especially since we are now in, I would say, maybe the beginning of World War III. And it's escalating, and Esau's world definitely doesn't have much longer. So hope this lesson was edifying. All praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, and Shalom.